first we got to get into this TikTok video, courtesy of Jason Derulo, that's really making the rounds because with the first view, it's pretty shocking. Let's take a look.
Hey, have y'all seen this? I've always wanted to try it. Life hack.
So Jason threw this corn on the cob on a drill. He bit into it, and then it looked like his front teeth were chipped.
Denny, let me tell you, this is my greatest fear in life because you know how I am about my teeth. Especially, I would imagine Jason, I haven't gotten an up-close personal look at his teeth, but I would imagine he probably has veneers. It's, very rare that people don't have veneers these days in Hollywood. I mean, but greatest fear ever, especially during quarantine, because if you chip a tooth,
what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? I know some dentists can do like emergencies only, but oh my God. But I mean, besides that, he's like the new TikTok king.
No, it's so true. He's been providing so much entertainment, but like when I watched this latest TikTok, my first thought was first cats, then coronavirus, and now you don't have no teeth. Like what a year for Jason Derulo.
How about like last year? Remember when he was this big meme? Oh God, no pun intended.
Nope.
Because of the Instagram post that he, put out on social media.
That Instagram took down. I'll
leave y'all to Google that one. But first it was that, and now it's this TikTok phenom we have. Like, he is doing an amazing job at staying relevant. I will say that.
It's true, and he's really committed to the shtick because obviously this clip really sparked speculation whether it was real or fake. And then he posted a TikTok right after where he literally did not have any teeth. And it was a gag because then fast forward to his most recent video, he like licks his teeth. It's like they're there. I never thought it was real, but more than anything, I watched it over and over to figure out how he did it. Like, how did he do that?
I don't listen, Denny. I could barely get text to work on TikTok, let alone figuring out how to lose a tooth.
Which is true. You've been calling me. How do I do this?
Okay, all right. Way to out me right here.
You're not the only one, and I'm not even an expert.
I'm trying to learn, but I mean, between that TikTok and then another one that he posted of him like jumping in sweatpants. I mean, he is someone that we should not be sleeping on TikTok these days. So
I feel like people were dragging him a little bit on Twitter recently. He was trending, and they were kind of, I would say, poking fun, not dragging, that like he literally has turned into this TikTok star. Forget about the fact that he had this music career and all these hits on the Billboard charts and, has starred in movies. It's all about the TikTok. And I got to say, you're right. Don't sleep on him. He is so good. And what else are you going to do right now? Like, I'm on TikTok all the time. And
that's the thing.
It's super creative.
It's 2020. We're in the middle of a quarantine. You got to keep yourself busy, and he's doing a great job at it. He's even catching the eyes of, celebs like Chrissy Teigen who are supporting his video and reposting it and helping him get views. I mean, everyone is starting to take an eye to Jason.
Chrissy, by the way, posted that corn on the cob video, and she said that this is getting more views than any of my own videos on Instagram. So there you have it. And good on Jason for entertaining himself. I feel like that's exactly what JoJo Siwa is doing and was forced to do because, of course, she celebrated her 17th birthday at home. And in a way I would describe as peak JoJo Siwa.
Literally, Denny, I was just about to say this is peak JoJo Siwa because she's also giving a huge, like, I don't care what the haters say vibe with this because people constantly say, JoJo Siwa, act your age, take out the bows, get rid of the glitter, get rid of all of this. Yeah. Not realizing, I mean, that is her brand. That is what she's made a living on. That is JoJo Siwa we were all introduced to years ago on Nickelodeon and then on Musical.ly and on TikTok. I mean, that is her brand. And she's, she's aging out of that, gradually, but to throw a birthday party with all of like your own merch and your face everywhere and then like to sip a juice bottle, like it was just, like you said, peak JoJo Siwa.
There were some JoJo Siwa products that I didn't know actually existed. Like she was eating that tub of ice cream. I'm like, girl, you got your own ice cream?
Have you ever seen during her house tour, she has an entire room, Denny, that's probably the size of my apartment where it's just shelves and shelves and shelves of JoJo merch from the bows. I mean, I would imagine there's not ice cream in there because it would melt. I mean, obviously.
Right.
But the things that girl has her face on is insane. It's no wonder why she lives in this insane mansion.
It's so amazing. And maybe this is her ushering the end of her teen year. Oh no, she's about to be 18. Oh no, she's got a couple more years left.
But you're right mindset there. When you're, I mean, technically when you become 18, you're, a legal adult. So yes, 17 is 17. Jenny, I know I'm not great at math, but I would say 17 is pretty close to 18.
Carry the one. Well, I was going to say teen years, but like technically, right? She's about to be legally a legal adult. So why not go out with the JoJo Siwa themed birthday that a lot of other young girls are doing? And also in the process, you're promoting your stuff. Like
100%.
You can get this at Target.
I do love though, and you and I have spent a lot of time with JoJo over the years and have watched her grow into herself as a young woman. And it's so interesting to see her slowly, take out the bows and embrace her new natural hair. And which, side note, so glad she's giving her scalp a break of that tight hair with the bow. But it's so funny. I noticed some people were commenting on that video of her saying, oh my God, she's drop dead gorgeous. And she was before, but now I feel like the confidence there in this next step, this next chapter for her it looks good on her.
It looks good on her. She's growing up, but she also not budging on her brand. She knows exactly who she is and why people love her. And because you and I have interviewed her many times, you can tell it's genuine. Like it's so authentic. It's so her. And you know what? She's not the first nor the last to throw an extra themed birthday party. Like what's the most extra party you've either attended or thrown yourself, like theme wise?
God, the only thing that comes to mind is literally I had a whirly ball party when I was 13, and a lot of people are probably like, what is that? Because I feel like whirly ball is a very Midwest thing. I'll have to show you photos of this. But surprisingly, I've never had like a cake with my face on it or anything. It always has my name on it, but never like, I don't know. I'm not that extra. I mean, you're the reason why if it weren't for you, I would have never even had a 26th birthday party. I didn't want to do anything. And you were like, no, like we have to throw a party.
I love
so, I mean, that was.
Didn't you have like a Titanic themed birthday or like a cake or something?
Oh, honey, that was that was a date.
That was a date?
Yeah. Some guy, he knew I loved Titanic. So he got a ship cake, and then it was for movie night, which was like our first date, and then it said now playing Titanic. Okay,
I'm so glad I brought that up because that's an extra themed date. Like that's
Wait, what's the most extra? I mean, I know literally for your boyfriend's birthday recently, you literally took him a Lady Gaga Vegas residency in your home. That's pretty. Home. That's pretty.
It's like neon lights and like the black lights, and I had bought like the merch and stuff. So yeah, I guess that was
we're a little extra there. Yes,
that was necessary for quarantine. But I will say, and you were there. My 30th birthday party was pretty extra. Like
oh my God, we had a disco ball. I had
a photographer, the photo booth. It was black and gold themed, and remember, it was a strict dress code. Everyone had to come dressed.
Did you have a portrait of yourself? Didn't you too?
Okay, that was a surprise. I didn't plan that. Okay, wait. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. There was a framed photo of me.
You secretly wanted it though.
But I didn't know that was going to happen. I didn't order that. That was a surprise.
Yeah.
Speaking of quarantine day 80, weeks have passed since we've all been ordered to stay at home. And some folks out there are getting a little desperate to get their hair done. Case in point, Heidi Klum, she just shared this Instagram post where she is getting her highlights done by her hairstylist, who is, yes, wearing gloves, yes, wearing a mask, but also fashioned a hazmat suit out of an umbrella to get it done safely. And of course, they're outside. Before we get into everything else about that, I wanted to get your initial thoughts when you saw that photo. What'd you think?
Peak Heidi Klum. I thought, okay, we want to talk about extra here. I mean, she's literally outside in lingerie in her heels with, her hair. Oh, yes. Total like sultry pose, long, beautiful Heidi Klum legs. And then, she has her hairstylist who's, obviously, I don't know what an umbrella would do in this situation from warding off a virus. Yeah. But they're in their masks. Heidi has a bedazzled mask, which again, peak Heidi Klum. But it was just, I didn't expect anything less from Heidi Klum.
Well, and I have to give her some credit in that she is, based on her social media posts, is filming the Germany's Next Top Model finale. So I'm sure she wanted to look good for camera. But like we've seen plenty of people who are still broadcasting or on television right now go all natural, like Kelly Clarkson on The Voice. So I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I mean, it depends on who you are, I guess. And I don't know if Germany's Next Top Model is going to be on actual cameras versus Kelly, who's at home, right? Filming on like an iPhone, presumably. But I just was like, at what lengths will you go to get your hair done, and is it worth it? I know Amanda Stanton, who Bachelor Nation knows her, of course. She drove all the way from California to an Arizona salon to get her hair done and then posted about it. She, of course, was like then dragged about it and defended her choice from it. I just, as desperate as I am to get my hair cut, it's not worth the risk. And plus, I've talked to my barber. He's like, I'm not seeing any clients.
Yeah. Because think about it. They're putting their lives at more risk seeing, client after client after client. At the end of the day, to each their own. Everyone is going to have a different opinion about this. And, I am someone too who I like to feel like I'm at my best, and I'm a type of person that God love Kelly Clarkson for embracing that natural face and no makeup. But Denny, I love putting on my eyelashes. I love being in glam. Like Victoria Beckham once said that she works better in heels. And I know it sounds so vain and so silly, but it makes me get into work mode a little bit more than if I were just, don't get me wrong, I'm literally wearing pajama pants still, but I just, you kind of feel a little bit more
professional too.
But you know what, at the end of the day, to each their own. I can wait to get my hair done. I can wait to get my nails done until we're given the all clear. But I understand people who are willing to go to great lengths to get that done because maybe it helps them feel better just having that self-care.
I totally get that. And you're right. I think it just depends on who you are and how you feel about this whole situation and also where you're located. Because, there's a lot of places, or some places I should say, in the country that are starting to loosen restrictions up a little bit. I just don't know if it's worth driving 12 hours from California to Arizona to go get my haircut. And plus, like, as much as I complain about it, like now's the time to kind of experiment. And we've seen a lot of celebrities do that too. Take matters in their own hands. Miley Cyrus just posted with Vogue that her mom gave her like a short mullet, which that's a story for a different time and a different conversation. But like they literally had the hairdresser on a FaceTime, kind of virtually walking them through it, and her mom Tish was doing it, and plus it's like a bonding moment. So I feel like find someone who can do it for you, but don't put anyone else at risk through this pandemic.
Day one of quarantine, I've told you this before, I had my roommate literally take obviously I don't have them in now. She took pliers and took out my extensions, and we're embracing this.
It looks good, first of all. Second of all, don't you feel closer to your roommate now? Like you can trust her.
I know. We got real personal there. Real personal. She took out my weave. She took out my hair.
You guys, these are experiences.
I trust. It's a trust thing too.
Exactly.
It's I trusted her not to mess up my hair.
Oh well, okay. Well, I haven't cut my hair yet during quarantine. At least the top of it. I certainly have been drinking a lot more. I'm not ashamed to admit that. And neither is Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence appeared on her BFF Amy Schumer's new show, the Food Network show, where literally Amy called her up to talk about wine. And J-Lo revealed that, her drinking habits have changed a little bit, or at least they've increased since she's been stuck at home in quarantine.
What time in quarantine are you mostly starting to drink right now?
I'm trying to wait till 6, so I have like a preemptive beer at 5.
That's very classy.
She admitted that she's been trying to wait till 6 p.m. to have a drink, and then joked that means she's been having like a preemptive beer at 5 p.m. Boy, can I relate. As you can tell, I feel like I've been
got it stocked to the brim.
I'm good. It's what's getting me by.
You even have a wine bottle with your face on it. I mean, let's talk about extra here.
I would go up and get it, but I'm wearing sweats, so I'm going to stick right here. But yeah, no, it's really tempting. It's hard not to. I keep saying this, but I keep taking out the recycling bin like every 2 days. I know. So fast. Have your drinking habits changed during quarantine?
Yes, like completely night and day over here. You know me, I don't normally casually drink, especially during the week. If I go out to a restaurant, it's different, maybe a glass of wine. But, when I would come home from work, like the first place that I would go would not be my refrigerator, the wine rack.
It's true.
I never was that type of person, but now I'm drinking because Denny, there's nothing else to do. I'm going to keep it completely real with you is like, especially when you wrap up the work day, you're kind of like, okay, well, I'll go for a walk outside and go for a run. And then you're kind of like twiddling your fingers. And I'm just like, just open a bottle of wine.
It's so easy to.
It's so easy to. And God, I say this like it was an accomplishment for me. I finished a whole bottle of wine the other day.
Woo!
No problem. And you know me, but one glass of wine usually would have been just enough. Now I'm out. I've gone from one glass to one bottle.
I am proud of
My
you.
mom is literally probably watching this right now, cringing.
Listen, we gotta give ourselves a break, cut some slack when it comes to this weird time where we're stuck at home. I'm defending your drinking here, because
you know what? Listen, as long as you're doing it safely and responsibly, like
I'm just saying, like, one glass a night, I can't help it, okay? And my boyfriend has now, like, he's cut himself off. He doesn't want to drink during the week anymore. And now I'm like, well, what do I do? I'm like, because now I feel guilty. Guilty.
This
I
is
need a
what
drinking
you do.
buddy.
You pick up your phone and you FaceTime me, and we'll have a virtual wine night. There we go. I
do
feel
it.
like it's what a lot of people are doing. They're doing virtual happy hours. It's just
true.
It's the new thing.
I love that. I'm gonna hold you to it.
Honey, I'm waiting. The phone is right here. And the wine, wait, Denny, you're gonna die. The wine is also right here because my studio setup is on my bar cart.
We're just making it work, you guys. That's what all of us are doing. Cassie, thank you so much. That does it for today, you guys. Maybe tomorrow we'll talk about more peak extra things. You never know. You just have to stick around to find out. We'll be back tomorrow with another episode of ET Live at Home. Bye.
Love you.